It's not your job to punish Marshall Reynolds. It's mine.
Lucifer is an amazing show and has earned its current 5 seasons. But throughout its run, lots of things have happened on set. This revolves around the cast mainly, and we see this sort of thing through a blooper reel. Scenes don't always go as planned. On today's list, we'll be going over some moments that just weren't planned in the show of Lucifer. But before we get into the video, do not forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Now, onto the list. First up, a bee interrupting a scene. During a scene between Lucifer, played by Tom Ellis, and Detective Chloe Decker, played by Lauren German, a bee attacked the two and caused the scene to be halted. The thing was massive and completely caught the actors off guard. Both of them began to move out of position, and Tom Ellis even moved out of the camera frame. This made both the actors laugh and made for an amazing blooper moment. It was completely unplanned but brought out a laugh on the entire set. This unexpected moment takes the first spot on our list. Now on to messing around before a take goes badly. In a scene between Lucifer and his therapist, Linda, Tom Ellis was messing around before the camera began rolling. When the camera started, he was in the middle of messing around, trying to mess up his co-star and to prepare himself for the scene. This was caught on the start of the camera before the take had started, caused both actors to immediately fall out of character and halt the scene from starting. This small mishap was hilarious for the cast, but I'm sure it annoyed the crew slightly. It's hard to keep filming, especially before a really intense moment, if you're all having some fun. Next up is improv goes wrong. Improv is always something well regarded amongst actors when it's in a great scene and done correctly. But in a scene between Lucifer, Chloe, and Ella, Amy Garcia, who plays Ella, was improvising a small part in the scene. She began doing her part, but it caused the 2 other actors to just burst out laughing, leading to another scene for the blooper reel. This was completely unplanned due to being improved and changed the scene entirely. This funny moment was one of the better parts of a recent blooper reel. Next up is set fails. Kevin Alejandro, who plays Dan on the show, is a great actor, but in one scene, it wasn't his acting that failed him or another cast member. It was the set he was acting on. In a scene where Dan needs to take a poster off the wall in the police station, something went completely wrong. Kevin reaches for the poster to take it off the wall, but accidentally he rips it off the wall and it tears in half. This unexpected moment completely stopped the scene and made them reshoot the scene. However, it made for a great blooper moment. Next up is duck attack. Random animals on set aren't all that hard to avoid, and one animal stopped a scene from happening during filming outside on Lucifer. In one scene, Lucifer and Chloe are walking through a park and across a small bridge. Whilst filming this scene, actor Lauren German was halted by a duck that had the great idea of running across the bridge towards the actor. The actress jumped to the side and made everyone stop. The scene was halted and the cast and crew burst out laughing. The set of Lucifer does seem super fun. Next up is accidental cut. Calling cut on scene means the scene is being stopped. Well, it usually happens this way. In one scene between Amendiel, played by D.B. Woodside, and Linda, played by Rachel Harris, the scene was sort of stopped unexpectedly. During the scene, Rachel thought she heard the director say cut while she was in the middle of a line. This caused her to stop, and she immediately realized that she misheard. The 2 actors began to laugh, and this funny mishap made its way onto a blooper reel released by Netflix. Next up is police sirens ruin a take. Outside interference on set is hard to avoid when not filming somewhere you can control it. During a scene in a mansion, Lucifer and Chloe are talking in a hallway during a police investigation. During the scene, Tom Ellis makes a joke about the acting police being here as police sirens from outside stopped him from continuing with the scene. Everyone begins to laugh and the scene stopped. Must be hard to not be annoyed by things like this, but the actors are amazing and carried on with the scene. Tom Ellis is truly a great actor and someone amazing on set. Next up is extras ruin a take. Extras are part of every show when they need to be. They fill in the background and make a scene between some actors feel like they're somewhere real. But in one scene, some extras ruined a scene by making an actor laugh. During a scene between Amendiel and Linda, some extras were meant to look at the couple during a marriage proposal. But when the actors were looking at Rachel Harris, she burst out laughing because of the looks on their faces. Everyone started laughing, which stopped the take. It's hard to keep a straight face when something like that's happening. Next up is donuts go wrong. Our penultimate unexpected moment on this list involves some food. During a scene between Chloe and Lucifer, Lucifer is handing out some donuts in the police station. When he gets around to Chloe, he hands her one and attempts to close the box. An unexpected moment occurred when Tom Ellis just couldn't close the cardboard box and it worked against him. Everyone began laughing as he kept trying to close the box but just couldn't, seen as one of the better bloopers that have happened. Tom Ellis wasn't angry at all and everyone just laughed off the small mishap and restarted the take. And finally, Lucifer's hand looks funny. Our last unexpected moment was something to behold. During a scene between Chloe and Lucifer, Lucifer has his devil hand out as he was previously injured in a scene. The scene is supposed to be quite tense and important, but Lauren German just didn't say her lines and said his hand looks like a pizza. The two began laughing, which completely changed the mood of the scene. This blooper was hilarious and fans seemed to love it. It's caused the scene to be stopped and it obviously had to be reshot. An unexpected moment turned out to be a fan favorite and it made its way onto a blooper reel released by Netflix in 2020. And that's our list. Lucifer's best building blocks are absolutely insane and that's exactly the point. On one level, it's a typical Odd Couple police procedural, but because it's adapted from a Neil Gaiman comic that's part of the DC universe, one half of the pairing is no-nonsense cop Chloe Decker, played by Lauren German, while the other half is Lucifer Morningstar, played by Tom Ellis, the king of hell and the devil himself who ends up consulting with the LAPD after ditching the underworld to enjoy Los Angeles. While working cases with Decker, Lucifer uses his devilish powers to compel people to reveal their deepest desires. That tempting power, which often leads to case-cracking confessions from criminals, works on everyone except, of course, his gorgeous, straight-laced partner who gained fame as a teenager for her starring role in the raunchy flick Hot Tub High School. As one of those elements alone could have made a decent, if basic, drama on Fox, where Lucifer originally debuted, but all of them together, set in an ever-expanding universe of biblical lore held together by Party City costume feathers? This seems like a mess, that's because it is. Lucifer is the definition of a show that's doing too much. Yet Lucifer was able to accrue legions of fans whose vocal outpouring of support inspired Netflix to save the show after a post-season 3 cancellation of Fox. With a Netflix production budget and the freedom to deviate from the mystery of the week structure, Lucifer rose to even greater heights than previously imagined by the amazing fandom. The loyal became devoted, and earlier this year, Netflix renewed the show for a final season. The show is truly insane and people love it. The insane parts of Lucifer are what makes it such a good show for people. They don't want something boring and basic. They want laughter mixed with emotion and some tense moments. This all wrapped up in a DC bow in just what makes Lucifer tick. Even though the show's ending, I'm sure we'll be getting some more unexpected moments on set and around the show. The final blooper reel should be something awesome if things go to plan, or I guess not to plan. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to leave a comment down below about what you thought of the video, and also tell us some of your favorite unexpected moments from the show and around it. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss out on any of our new content.